I think we're doing a decent job of holding the line, not making it easy for them. When they do enter the zone, we're pressuring pretty well. We have good sticks. Like I said, they're high-end skill. Wants to make those plays. They're capable of making plays. So, not getting caught off guard in any situation, knowing that they can, make 2-3 passes and it could be in the back of your net. So I think we did a decent job of just staying locked in throughout the penalty kills tonight.
Nate got 3 goals in 2 playoff games. Is that just every defenseman's dream, basically?
Pretty much. He needs to keep shooting the puck, that's for sure. He's got a great shot. He's being aggressive right now, and it's great to see.
You talked about Bob being work well. Played them back in your Columbus days. Now seeing him where he is now, just how much has he changed? How much has he grown? What's it like playing in front of him?
Bob's been the same guy ever since I met him there in Columbus. Always locked in, always the hardest worker on our team day in and day out, and does the thing necessary to keep himself engaged. So that's never a worry. Bob in net for us, and he's going to give max effort.
How much does that drive you guys, knowing that he's going to stop what he can for you guys to try to make his job a little bit easier?
Yeah, it's a team game, right? He makes obviously massive saves for us when needed, and we try to do the job defensively in front of him the best we can. So like I said, they're going to get chances. They're a pretty good team off the rush. In the offensive zone, they go low to high and put pucks to the net pretty good. So we'll try to limit those, but like I said, he's a it's definitely an added confidence when he's in the net there.
Obviously, the series isn't over, but you take a 2-0 lead on the road, going back to Sunrise, the chance to clinch down there. Just how big is it to get that early momentum from getting 2 games on the road?
We put ourselves in a good position here. We understand the series isn't over. That's a great team over there. They're capable of putting up big numbers. So there's no letdown in our game. We're excited to get back in front of our fans and use some of that momentum.
You've had to play a couple games here regular season without Sasha. How tough is that to do? As big as he plays.
He's irreplaceable. He's a irreplaceable player. Face-offs, power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5. Playing against their top lines through the matchups every night. One of the best centermen in the league. So obviously, he's super important to our team.
In these first 2 games, you guys have been able to dictate your style of play on the road. How important has that been to?
Yeah, the style we play, I think we can. It travels. It's not just a home style of, putting up big numbers and using, the home crowd to our momentum. Obviously that helps, but we play a very simple game. We're a physical hockey team. We score a lot of our goals the gritty way, so we're going to keep continuing to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were outstanding. It was a tight game, and they grind and they keep their offense outside. So they did a great job.
What was working so well in particular for you out there?
Yeah, I think the guys had a strong gap. The guys in great box outs, all those little details. We compete as a fist, and it was a great win.
Yeah, Paul has talked about you guys' style of game travels well. Seth just repeated that, but how important was it for you guys to play your style and take control of this series?
Yeah, it's again, we got a good group of guys. Everybody working on the. We're working for each other, and it's a big win. We're gonna rest, reset, and next get ready for the next one.
Nothing new though, right?
Yeah, it's a series. It's not one game, so we just we enjoy our effort tonight and relax, reset, and get ready for our home game.
Can you talk a little bit about goalies are always the best penalty killer, but you guys have only given up the 1 power play goal against one of the better power plays in the league.
Yeah, the guys focus, guys on the toes, and everybody protect the middle very well. So it's just the guys work hard, and it's fun to play for them, definitely.
The guys in front of you only allowed 3 shots on goal in that third period without Sasha. How hard of a job was that for them to do that without a guy like Sasha in the lineup?
Yeah, the guys were amazing. Everybody was pulling the rope at the same direction, and it's a big win for us.
And you've been around Sasha now, 6 years? I don't know the math. I'm not good at it, but how hard is he how tough a guy is he to replace? in the lineup?
Yeah, obviously, he's a captain. He's our leader. But, we got good depth. We got a good group of guys, and we're going to step and do a little extra for each other and for him as well.
55 straight minutes of no goals. Is it easier for you to stay engaged knowing that another goal could change the tides of the game?
I don't think about that, to be honest. I just stay with the moment and just get ready for what comes. Again, guys have done a great job in front of me, and it's a big compliment for them that it was how many minutes you said they didn't score. So it's big.
How exciting is it to get back on the ice at home, after your first playoff game at home since winning the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, we are excited, definitely. Home ice, we're excited.
Thank you.
2-0 lead back to Sunrise.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what we wanted to do is come in here and win the first two. Obviously, the games aren't perfect. There was, a couple of mistakes by us tonight, but that'll happen. And guys, we're helping each other out, bailing each other out. Bobby played unbelievable again, bailed us out a bunch, and sometimes you need just gutty efforts, tough, greasy games, and that's what tonight was.
And Anton, for you, the style of play Florida plays, it travels well, right? You guys are able to play that game anywhere. How big was it for you guys to be able to control the flow of the game in these first two here in Tampa?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it's going to be a hard series, and we've been playing against them a lot, so we kind of knew what to expect. But nothing's easy. You got to earn every goal, every win. So we knew it's going to be a hard grind.
For both of you guys, we know how much, we talk about Bob so much, but just how remarkable is it that he's able to stay as steady as he is, even as the moment gets bigger, and it was a one-goal game the entire time, and he's able to do what he was able to do tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible. Obviously, we've seen it for the last couple of years now. When the moment gets bigger, that's when he just seems to be more on his game, and he made some incredible saves tonight again, just to keep us in it. So it's impressive to see.
You guys only allowed 3 shots in the third period there, and you both had to take a lot more responsibility without Alexander Barkov out there. I mean, what things were you guys just doing right to keep Tampa Bay away from the front of the net?
I think we knew they were going to push in the third, and I feel like we were able to defend very well as a team, and keep them on the outside. And as Bennett just said, Bob was taking the big saves we needed, and other than that, our penalty kill was really good today.
You guys have a 1-0 lead when either of you could answer this, maybe Anton. You have a 1-0 lead when Sasha goes out. How tough is he to replace? And you're going to do a lot of that replacing if he doesn't play in the next game. But just what does he mean to this team, and how important is his play?
Yeah, I mean, he means everything. He's our captain, our leader, so obviously we never want to have him out of the lineup, but at the same time, we gotta be able to step up, everybody, not just me, the whole team, and, he's been carrying us a lot during, the whole season, so we own him that, to step up and make sure the job is taken care of.
And Anton, you touched on it a second ago, but you guys killed off 5 power plays tonight. Just what was working so well for you guys on the PK?
Yeah, as I said, I thought we defended very well. We didn't give too much to them, and we were pretty aggressive. And then we had Bob.
Once again, you've said all season how you like your style of game, that it travels, it plays well on the road. And in these first 2 games, you guys, have you been happy with the way you've been able to play that style and to take control of this series?
I think in parts of it we're pretty good. Our penalty killing on back-to-back nights has been just outstanding, especially tonight. I thought our penalty kill was just fantastic. So that's a big part of our identity. I liked some things that we did in our own end very, very well. Dynamic offensive team. So, And then there's always places that we can get better. We'll work on that tomorrow. We've got to learn every game. You have to define things that you can define. Like every year your team is brand new, even if you've got players there. And you forget at times certain things that you go through in the playoffs. So you just have to relearn them and go back. So there's some things that we can do quite a bit better, we think.
We know how much Bob's able to rise to the occasion in the playoffs, but how remarkable is it just the way he's able to stay so steady when those moments get as big as they get?
I just think if you prepare, if you put the time in, and this isn't like he's had a good week, right? Over the course of his career, the amount of time that he puts into being great, then you can't be surprised. It's actually just a wonderful life lesson for the people around to get to watch it. If you want to get better, hone your craft, put as much time with it, find the joy in it, and then you have games like this where he's just so good, so right. But he earns it, and we're the benefactors of his professionalism.
Paul, you touched on it a second ago, but just what was working so well on the penalty kill for you guys tonight and in game one, I guess?
You know, I think I'm not allowed. I haven't been in a penalty kill meeting since November of last year. I sit in the first one at the start of a series, so I kind of have a pretty good idea what they're trying to do, so I don't screw it up, right, by coming up with a new idea. Sylvain Lefebvre does just that's where you need a guy that's played the game in that position, that understands what you can do and what you can't do. And then we got a bunch of gritty guys that'll do whatever it takes. So we're you know, again, credit to Bill Zito and his group. We went into the trade deadline feeling that that was the place that we needed to get better. Again, we lost some important killers from our team last year, and he delivered.
Coach, you mentioned after game one about it's kind of impossible to find an identity in this series.
Yeah.
Well, now that there's 2 games, can you establish one now?
Half of it's there. I mean, I think the intensity is going to ramp up. I think the physicality will definitely ramp up. And you saw, I think the first period of last game, and actually the first part of this game, you started to see more end zone play. We had a little more zone time. They had a little more zone time. It wasn't ping pong back and forth, which is still where a big chunk of this game has been. Just both teams pretty responsible defensively. So I think that's where it's going.
In the third period, you guys only allowed 3 shots, and you're playing 10 minutes of that without Alexander Barkov. I mean, what's going right in the third period like that?
Well, I'll temper that stat with shot blocks, which we would then take credit for, but also missed nets, which they'll dial in on, right? So the shot attempts were heavily in their favor. But that would be the piece of the game that I thought was pretty good. I thought we were strong in about a 10 or a 15-foot area around our net, and that was the difference for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.
Thank you.